Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wizard Eye right here, bringing you from the power of the internet. No, I'm just kidding. Hey everyone, this is Wizard Eye right here, and joining with me, my co-host,
his twin brother, Russ R. Russell.
and together we're the
The
Ildefonso
Ildefonso
Brothers.
Brothers.
And if you guys enjoyed this broadcast, remember to subscribe, share, and leave a comment if you have anything to share. Alright, now today we're going to be talking about Bigfoot. Yes, Bigfoot, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, it is a very famous legend, which is often described as a large and muscular ape with very large feet.
Also commonly referred to as Sasquatch or Scoobum, which means mean mountain devil. That sounds scary.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's a very large and hairy, human-like mystical creature. Alleged to have I guess like a pointy head, like a cinnamon type head.
Mm-hmm.
Some describe him like brown fur or like dark reddish or black. Heck, some even say that it was like jelloish. Was like roughly 10 feet tall, by the way. And it had broad shoulders and it could walk upright and very intimidating. Though, if I remember, some say that Bigfoot cannot speak but cries like an ape. Like some say, and I remember this from Arthur, when Buster say Bigfoot is the missing link. Do you truly believe that? Some say that Bigfoot might be the missing link in human evolution.
Who knows?
Right? Bigfoot was mostly found in, or at least when I meant found, I mean allegedly found in North America, specifically around maybe Washington. I know there were some other areas like, I'm trying to say Oregon. There you go. You familiar with Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly like the Pacific Northwest area.
According to Life Science, there have been over 10,000 reports of Bigfoot sightings in almost every state in America.
Actually, if I remember from Monster Quest, 800 report sighting, specifically in Washington, I believe.
The exception state is Hawaii.
Hawaii. The ancient Hawaiian people will say.
Yeah. But yeah, if I remember, in 1994, Matt Moneymaker, which seems to me a very suspicious last name.
Yeah.
But yes, recorded a scary scream in Hawaii River. He believes this could be the cry of Bigfoot.
The cry of Bigfoot.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And if I remember, over 800 reports was seen in Washington, and mostly like crazy reporting on like footprints. You know, the his footprints allegedly.
Yeah.
Crazy though to think that evidence like this can be left like that, by the way.
He's crazy.
Yes. In over 400 years, people have reported seeing Bigfoot. That's how long it is. And man, and these tracks are still being found to this day.
Yeah.
And what's even crazier is Bigfoot is such a phenomenon, like cultural phenomenon,
He is.
that he is iconic within pop culture.
Yeah.
And sighting of Bigfoot still continues to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bigfoot cultural phenomenon is still being kept alive, as Bigfoot is an icon within pop culture. And the sighting of Bigfoot continued to this day.
Yeah.
But though the scientific community does not like Bigfoot because they say he or she does not exist.
Many skeptics attribute to being misidentified of Bigfoot that is being of a bear.
Specifically a black bear, because sometimes they can stand upright.
Yeah.
Um, like standing tall, like with this 2 feet by the way.
Yeah, I guess in one way makes sense.
And believe it or not, some of the sighting of Bigfoot also occurred where bears population are the most highest.
Yeah.
And some even say that it might be in a caged ape, either from like the circus or carnival or the zoo.
Yeah.
And there's sightings that usually involve when apes do escape from their cage.
Yeah.
So seriously, so it's not that hard to believe that some sighting might be confusing. Heck, some people got hurt because some folks thought that was Bigfoot.
But
yeah,
there was a guy who was named Michael Ruggs. He was the owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum. He claims to have smelled the beast himself.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he claims to have smelled Bigfoot, stating, and I quote, "Imagine a skunk that have rolled over in dead animals and have hung around the garbage pit," unquote.
Wow.
Must be one smelly monster.
Yeah, right. Probably will smell just like a locale. Though to be fair, look at 2,988 and Wing of Redemption. From what I heard, smell really nice, by the way. And I bet so because we keep seeing Boogie in a tub in that entire documentary.
Oh yeah, yeah. They both love being in the tub.
Yeah, I know PKA mentioned that like Ring of Redemption always smell nice. That's the one thing that he never lacked. It's the hygiene.
Yeah.
But going back with Bigfoot being mistaken, there have been incidents leading to injury. Like for example, in 2013, a 20-year-old man was arrested because he accidentally shot his friend in the back because the group was allegedly hunting for Bigfoot.
Huh.
Yeah. And another one was in 2017 where a shaman was wearing clothes made out of, animal fur in North Carolina forest where locals have reported Bigfoot. And police was telling people do not shot Bigfoot because the fear of mistakenly thinking that it's a man in a suit, by the way.
Yeah.
And in 2018, seriously, a person was shot multiple times.
Oh.
Seriously, in Montana for being mistaken by Bigfoot.
Oh no! Like, why trying to kill a mystical creature like that?
Right. But usually when hunting, they like to, they call it trophies. Use it as like a trophy for hunting.
That's not cool. As a matter of fact, by the way, in 1965, Bigfoot was officially put in the endangered species list in Russia.
I do believe that.
Yeah.
Though, the purpose of hunting is to actually control certain animal population, especially
like deer.
Yes, deer. Yeah, because they can overpopulate. Heck, one deer almost single-handedly caused an entire plant species to disappear.
Yeah.
And it took a while for that plant species to
recover.
Yeah. But still, are you familiar with the whole footage of Bigfoot?
Oh yeah, that could be real evidence of its existence, which was from two Bigfoot researchers named Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin,
also known as Robert Gimlin.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, the two robbers, well, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, in the whole history of Bigfoot, there is one footage that is still wild and controversial, which was taken, like you said, the two robbers. Oh no, well I know the other one is Roger, the other one is Robert, but Bob basically.
Yeah.
Um, the footage was taken in October 20th, 1967, in North California. Though some believe it was shot earlier, especially those that think that was fake, by the way.
Yeah.
But the footage was running for at least 59.5 seconds at 60 frames per second, which comes around like 953 frames of film.
And I believe it was shot with a 16 millimeter movie camera, right?
Yeah, because they were trying to hunt for Bigfoot. And funny enough, they found Bigfoot. And the thing is, even before they were searching for Bigfoot, both guys were very regarded as very respectable, credible, have integrity, and being honest. And they were both admired. So it's a little bit hard to believe they might be deceptive in this one.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one guy that I saw in the YouTube video was talking about so much about how he met both of them. And they were, very kind, very respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And generous when they talk about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, though, to think that some people would actually think they were deceiving, but I do believe I understand why, though. I really do. Because in the scientific community, everything had to be go through the scientific method,
Yeah.
explanation and everything. Man, mystical creatures are very interesting, by the way.
They are. I mean,
Yeah.
it's...
And I'm not talking about when he UseMeBlade.
That's funny.
Actually, some people will say that's actually only UseMeBlade in a suit, walking in that film.
Huh.
So you're gonna say, wait, that film predates him. Well, let me tell you. So here's a little funny thing.
Go ahead.
Some say that in the future, only UseMeBlade was fighting Keemstar in a galactic battle. Before Keemstar was going to about slave to Brian Russo, he sent out a magical beam, which opened a portal, sucking on the UseMeBlade, which led him back to the past. And now, he's naked, full of his hair, because he didn't shave for months, because he was lost, because he didn't have the internet. As he was exploring the forest. That's when those two guys came across and saw him. Him in his bare nude. That's why when the Sasquatch was walking the way it was, it's because only UseMeBlade was struggling with alcohol.
Oh, wow.
His drunken self wobbling like that. No, nobody said that. It was just something I just made up in the top of my head.
Oh.
Can you imagine that was the case?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could definitely imagine it.
Yeah, same here. No, but seriously though, for decades, the exact location of the site was lost. But I think until 2011, it was rediscovered. And it was just south of a north running segment of a creek known as the bowling alley.
Oh.
Yeah. If I remember, Patterson was very interested in Bigfoot after reading an article about the creature by Ian T. Sanderson in True Magazine in 1959.
Yeah.
And he became so fascinating. And I believe it was a encyclopedia. Something with the Abominable Snowman legend come to life. And yeah. And that motivated him to found Bigfoot.
These mystical creature really gets in your head,
Yeah, right. Seriously. Funny enough, though, In the footage, Bigfoot is actually walking towards like away from the camera, like in the like heading to the right.
Yeah.
But before Bigfoot was walking, well, no, not before, but during, Bigfoot make a turn, a slight turn gesture, with his shoulder and back turning towards not the camera, but at an angle.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was enough for some research to see whether or not that's like a man in a gorilla suit. Like something like in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And some say that the Bigfoot in the footage might actually be female. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to add?
Yeah, I believe when they were trying to search, it took them weeks. And when, out of nowhere, when they were riding in their horses, they saw them in plain sight. Like, it wasn't even that difficult. And Bigfoot was just minding his own business. It wasn't like he was a vicious monster or, there were fear of being attacked. No, it was just, hey, I'm here.
Well, I mean, I doubt Brian Whistle would actually be like, ooga, ooga, ooga. That's not until when he's drunk.
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't have the internet, by the way.
And I doubt he's like, do you think he could beat Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
Oh.
Apparently in local wrestling, he won the, what was it, the homie weight belt or something?
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I remember Smoking MC said he should not win a title.
But he did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're familiar with Smokey McCrack local wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I do recommend it that those that love locals, check out local wrestling.
Oh, yeah, his promotion.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, by the way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get too off subject with it. But
I bet we recently though.
Right. But yeah, because we always get off subject when I'm talking about. But still, Bigfoot, yeah, like there's like a conspiracy that the footage is fake, and that some lunatics claims that's a man wearing a monkey suit. And some lunatic even claims that that's them, by the way, or say I was the man in the monkey suit walking.
Oh wow!
Though no one ever were able to provide proof, especially back then when nobody knew where was the site. Yeah, nobody was able to provide where was it too.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah. And interesting.
Especially the Bigfoot research project, they were trying to disprove that this was a guy in a gorilla suit. They even spent $500,000, by the way, trying to disprove the existence of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Disprove the existence.
Yeah.
And they cannot prove it. They tried with hardcore science. They even use a high-resolution digital microscope to study each frame in the film. And to the point whether or not if this was a man in a suit, like seeing like maybe a zipper or like, I don't know, like if it was like a mask.
Yeah.
But the image was too grainy. But an interesting thing was showing that it did open his mouth. Like it was like opening and closing.
Oh.
And the detail does show facial expression, especially with the lips. It almost looked like the ones in like chimpanzee. But still, it was not really concrete evidence though to say that this was real or not.
Yeah.
So it remained inconclusive. But the whole point of that that microscope was to also look at muscle and other biological identifier.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the eyes, the ears. Yeah. But it was just not enough, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's in a cartoon world, and for some reason, whenever they put on a face suit, suddenly they could control the max.
Right? Even Spider-Man with
Yeah.
the eyes. But though I quite understand because they need to show the face expression though,
Yeah.
to let us know what they're feeling,
Yeah.
especially Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Though in the movies, usually beside of course with their trademark faces, they brand recognition faces.
Yeah.
They usually take out the Spider-Man mask to show the face expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of work, especially with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Especially all the memes of him feeling sad all the time.
Crying.
Yeah, crying, yeah. But you can't really get that with a mask, really.
Yeah.
So, and I know with Tom Holland, they kind of solved that with the goggle eyes.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Andrew Garfield, like that was also a struggle with the showing the expression face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not the point. The point is that they were trying to see like facial or biological identifier.
Yeah.
One thing they also did was that they're trying to mimic the grainy, wobbly movement by comparing it to a athlete using a optical electric camera system, and they chose an athlete with good range, muscle control for the experiment, and because with that they could at least whether or not if that movement can be recreated by human.
Yeah.
The thing was, the athlete cannot copy the walk.
Huh.
And the walk was not even from an ape neither. So, yeah, this walk was not from neither a human or an ape. Completely different.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you could get confused with that Bigfoot as like a mutated ape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, none of that, by the way. And some folks claims that even if they were trying to mimic that walk, it would be impossible to mimic it. And especially if a man is having difficulty walking wearing a heavy, bulky monkey suit. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I've never been into like a mascot suit, but
Me neither.
But I bet it might be hard, by the way, to move.
I'm wondering how they able to look.
Well, I mean, if you ever watched Planet of the Apes, like, not the new ones, not the one with like the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Those were digital. I'm talking about the one in 2000.
Yeah.
That was actually makeup, and it looks so good, by the way.
Yeah.
And I do like the new ones of Planet of the Apes, but it was nowhere near with the makeup. It looks so realistic.
It's a lost art.
Yeah, right. Well, not completely. If I remember, in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which is episode 7, the Disney one.
Yeah.
That big guy was the remember he was like the junk collector, or
yeah,
that pink guy, by the way.
Yeah.
That was actually all makeup and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Not CGI. They did put CGI to cover some of the spots, but it was really a guy in makeup, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Oof. Talking about disproving Bigfoot, seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
But what do you think of stuff like the Abominable Snowman, or AKA the Jetty?
Hey, man, it's something, all right.
It's the snow version of it.
Yeah.
Do you believe they're one of the same?
No, I feel like it's a little different. It's like, again, comparing to a bear. You got, a polar bear that's like up in the North Pole.
Basically a grizzly bear that's like albino.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it could survive the really cold temperature.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
I see.
Like, Bigfoot living in the forest could really survive up there or even down there?
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember the abominable snowman in Monster Inc?
Yeah, I remember.
He was all happy, like enjoyed.
Yeah, that's funny.
Though, if we're talking about pop culture, you know what's the most bizarre thing though about the abominable snowman?
What's so bizarre about it?
Do you remember that one scene in The Simpsons where there was a abominable snowman, a jetty,
Oh yeah, giving a blanket to Mo.
a baby Mo? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he was a goblin after all.
I guess so.
Not like Chance Wilkins though, in his own way.
Yeah.
I do wonder though. Do you remember Recess, by the way, Randall?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're related, by the way.
But you gotta also remember, the creator of Recess also wrote The Simpsons, so maybe there's a connection.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But still, Oh yeah, but still, let's move back with Bigfoot. One of my favorite moments in pop culture was Dexter Laboratory
Oh yes, I love that.
because Dee Dee found, I guess, Sasquatch,
Yeah.
Bigfoot, and yeah, they were having a good time. And I remember Dexter wanted to capture Bigfoot, and then when he saw baby tracks, he was imagining a baby Bigfoot, and he wanted to capture the baby Bigfoot as a pet.
Nah, how selfish, really. Like that sounds like a messed up mind.
That's funny. Eventually, when he found out that that was Dee Dee, he was gonna burn down the entire forest until Smokey the Bear. And no, I'm not talking about smoking McCrack. Smokey the Bear.
Yay! I love that bear.
Bro, he was so sinister. Not sinister. He was so intimidating. Because like in the commercial, he looked happy, or not happy, but serious. Like,
Yeah.
but he didn't seem like intimidating serious.
Sounds like a friendly ranger, park ranger.
There you go, a friendly ranger, park ranger. But I can understand his role of being like if Smokey the Bear was real, right?
Yeah.
I bet that was his attitude.
Like, what are you doing trying to destroy the forest?
He like mean,
Yeah, like a real bear. And Dexter was be wild.
Yeah.
Which I think anybody maybe would if they
Yeah,
never heard
talking
of him.
bear.
Yeah.
Then I remember he took a photo and you can hear him growl.
That was something. That was something.
That was. I mean, I remember. I never viewed Smokey the Bear the same again.
That was silly.
Because he legitimately could have been like a real life, employer,
Yeah.
supervisor. You know, someone higher up with that attitude.
Yeah.
Or QA.
Mm-hmm.
Especially QA.
Yeah, I remember. And when he tried to show to his parents, like, oh, look, I got a picture of a talking bear. Or something like that.
And they were not that surprised. They were like, hey, it's Smokey the Bear.
And they all sing his tune.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember about Smokey the Bear. That's those awesome songs he makes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But that didn't sound like him when he met Dexter.
Yeah, right?
You would never know he sings.
Right? I was just thought that he was, a mean supervisor or something.
Yeah.
Or a mean cop.
Yeah.
Or park ranger. Well, he is a park ranger. What I'm talking about.
Like you don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Another thing I want to mention of Bigfoot is the Great Adventure of Billy and Mandy, where there was a big, I guess, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, that say, waggle aggle.
Ah, somebody help me. Yeah.
And Billy was always getting kidnapped
Yeah.
until later it turned out to be Harold, a.k.a. Billy Dad.
Yeah.
But wait, I had so many questions. First of all, why was he kidnapping Billy? 2, what was going in his thought to just scaring him?
I remember Billy saying to Grim, and I quote, "Yeah, that was pretty special. Want to see my emotional scars?"
Yeah. Wait, do you like it when Billy was kidnapped by Bigfoot? That Grim and Mandy just did not care?
Yeah, like Grim just want to eat his drumsticks, and Mandy just want to eat her banana. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's funny. And when it happened again, they're like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Seriously, where was Billy taken to, by the way? Some kind of cage?
Again, the emotional scars. What kind of father would do that to his own son?
But even if it's just a prank, I feel like that goes far with the emotional scar. What was the emotional scar? Did he got tortured?
It wraps my mind.
It'd be funny though. The emotional scar was actually just getting ice cream. By the way, afterwards.
No, man.
Or maybe taking Billy to a bucket of spiders since he's afraid of spiders.
Oh yeah, like his son Jeff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Who knows?
Though, I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but if I was gonna prank someone, what would be my goal? Just for to get the lows, the laugh out loud?
That's typically what's supposed to be. You know, you laugh because they saw it at the moment. It was true.
Yeah, and he was laughing. He wanted to get the lows, torturing him.
Yeah, but you don't torture people to that degree.
You mean kidnap him?
Yeah. No, I mean, what was it? He didn't stole the picnic. I would like to think that's the code.
Right? Like Yogi Bear?
But no, he kidnapped his own son. For what? So he could have a laugh that he abused his son or something? I don't know.
Right? Actually, if you think about it, you think Bobo in that episode looked like Bigfoot? Got the belly and everything?
That's a good point.
That's funny. They're hungry for food, yet they look like fat, stuffed bears.
Yeah, man.
No, I mean, by the way, what was this picnic anyway? Like in the middle of a park, or was it like in some part of like the mountains?
Oh yeah, because in the background there's mountains.
Yeah, but at the same time, it looked like a park.
It does.
Though I do want to believe they were near a mountain, but what part of it? Like I don't know. Like even The Simpsons. Remember that large mountain, by the way?
Oh yeah, that was silly.
And I'm not talking about that. It was still large, but that mountain was so puny that Homer Simpson thought that was the mountain climbing. No, that was just a mountain near it. No, that large, endless mountain, by the way. That Grandpa Simpson apparently had to ate someone for that.
Yeah.
Well, someone hand.
That was silly.
No, that was sinister. That would imply that Grandpa Simpson would eat someone to survive.
I wonder if they see a Yeti in there.
Now, that's funny. I just love how his teeth just drop out of nowhere to match the arm.
Yeah.
Classic Simpson was such golden.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, waggle waggle. What's up with the waggle waggle speech?
I mean,
wouldn't it be like some kind of like war? I
mean, I guess that's what he said he should say when kidnapping. I don't know.
Waggle waggle. Well, actually, wasn't Fraggle? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fraggle.
Help me. Man, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like what SpongeBob SquarePants said. What would a man in a gorilla suit, well, not, doing in the middle of the sea, but be doing in the middle of like kidnapping individual from picnics.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh, but that show was golden, by the way. It has so many golden moments.
Mm-hmm.
Ah man, I haven't really watched a cartoon like that since, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah, definitely good times. Yeah, that's funny. Within that same episode, we get to see Yogi Bear
Oh, yeah!
and Boo Boo.
Mm-hmm.
And
But they were vicious.
Yeah, they were vicious. And I love the part where Billy said, "You bears are afraid of Cage." And Yogi Bear went insane. It's true. We bears are afraid of Cage. And Boo Boo was like, "Yogi, why are we lame?"
No, that is not true. Bears sleep in cage.
I know! But
It's their logic.
It's funny though. Actually, I'm getting off subject a little bit with bears. I remember seeing that not stop motion, but it was like a mechanical like something like you see in Jurassic Park, the first one, before this whole CGI thing.
Yeah?
Though, yeah, it was with Banjo and Kazooie.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if they were in real life, they were eating the humans, by the way.
Huh.
And that one human went to Mojo Jumbo, the shaman.
Yeah.
It looked like he was going to end up with a sinister fate.
Oh, wow.
Ah, man. But moving on, though.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to mention is Bigfoot in Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Oh, yes.
Like, in story mode, in the level of Skatopia, one could discover Bigfoot as a secret skater by doing the Jesse James gold.
Mm-hmm.
Though, oh man, that was so hard. Because, like, Jesse James was going to give the player a modified skateboard.
Then suddenly Bigfoot appears.
Yeah, but that goal was so hard to do. I remember when we first trying to figure out, we didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I forgot how we were able to figure it out. Do you remember?
I forgot too.
I know it had something to do with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
I seen you were just supposed to like grab the great chainsaw. It'd been a while though.
Mm-hmm.
All I remember was that it took forever to get that done.
Yeah.
Forever.
And that was not fun to figuring out.
Yeah. Because you have to bring the chainsaw to Jesse James. But yeah, and then there would be a cinematic cutscene with Bigfoot. And then he took the skateboard, and then the trees were like bouncing off.
Oh, wow.
And then you get to play him as a secret skater using that modified skateboard.
That was so cool.
I know. Though, I wanted to talk about this. Are you familiar with the secret skater Bigfoot 1?
Yeah.
You're familiar with this, so.
Yeah.
There's this Francisco artist that's named Bigfoot 1. And he draw Bigfoot in a cartoon style. And there's a lot of skateboard merchandise with the Bigfoot 1 cartoon.
Yeah.
And that secret skater is based on the drawing of Bigfoot 1. You get it?
Yeah.
Though I don't think the Bigfoot in Bigfoot 1 is actually called Bigfoot 1. It's the artist's name.
Bigfoot 1.
Bigfoot 1.
Yeah.
The art itself is Bigfoot in a cartoon style.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the Space Monkey, which is also in Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Yeah.
And which is based on the artist James Mitchell, better known as the Derek Space Monkey character.
Yeah.
And they look like Mickey Mouse rather than monkeys, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Despite not being playable in Tony Hawk Underground, the first one, they can be seen throughout the entire game. So, especially in the level Mascot and Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just like Bigfoot 1, the Space Monkeys is based on the artist, by the way. Art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come to life as Secret Skater.
You know what always found me interesting?
Sure, tell me.
The Game Boy Advance version.
A Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Well, what's fascinating me the most is the character choice they put in.
Yeah.
You got your pros
Yeah.
in the costume skater.
Yes.
But I mentioned pros, but they obviously skipped one. But the one that they also skipped was V-Man.
Yeah.
He's not playable, but yet in the console version he's in like the main list.
Yeah.
And part of the tour.
Yeah.
The footage in the end, you get to see them in the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really interesting that he's not playable on the Game Boy Advance.
Uh-huh.
And what's also super interesting is Eric Sparrow.
Yeah.
He appears as a playable character, playable skater in the Game Boy Advance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he is not on the console. He's there in the Secret Skater, like as a shadow.
Yeah. Before you select the selection for the Secret Skater.
That's his model. But once
press it, he disappeared.
Yeah, he's nowhere to be seen. You can't unlock him.
I wonder why. I looked online for that. Never found an answer.
I always want to assume it's because he was already as one, in 20 Underground.
But that make no excuse, though. He's in the game.
I know. But he's there in the Game Boy Advance. But which is funny, too, because
I was going to mention, he's not in the Game Boy Advance version of Tony Hawk Underground.
No, instead it's a guy named Barry.
So that's really crazy on that part.
Yeah. What, it's like two different timelines or something?
I had my speculation on that.
Well, I mean, I could always just assume as well that it's the same timeline. But Eric Sparrow never, did any of the stuff that he did in the Game Boy Advance version.
Yeah.
But moving on. Then you got the two hidden characters. And I remember, because they tell you who's the hidden one, but you can't select them until you unlock them, was being Bigfoot and V-Bones. And I used to thought that was V-Man the whole time. And I was trying so hard to unlock V-Bones.
Uh-huh.
And by the time I got to V-Bones, I was shocked. That's not V-Man? It's just a small skeleton guy?
Well, what can I tell you?
I didn't like it. What the? Where's V-Man?
Now, you mentioned that one pro skater is not playable. Who is that?
Ryan Scatner?
Ah, okay.
No, but it makes sense, because he was the only one hidden as a pro.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah. But the point I wanted to make as well is interesting how Bigfoot was able to make the cut on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, right. Bigfoot was actually a big thing in Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Yeah.
Especially where they put Bigfoot 1 in there. I wonder if it was because of the merchandise.
I feel Bigfoot is so iconic, they had to put him there.
Right?
Yeah.
Though, Bigfoot, I know we mentioned, but Bigfoot was actually, also known outside of the whole sighting. Like, if I remember, there were different historians known as Bigfoots. And, how do you say it? Like European folklore traditionally have many instances where there's like a wild man of the wood or wild people, and they describe them as like a naked creature covered in hair with only the face, feet, and hands, and sometimes near elbow without the fur. And in the 16th century, Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers told the story of like a dark watcher, basically a large creature at night, stalking their camp at night. And there were even Native American chiefs known as Bigfoot because they're really tall. And yeah, so yeah,
Huh. Pretty interesting.
yes. But yeah, so but Bigfoot didn't really hit the national news until 1958 when a construction crew, I believe the worker name was Jerry Cruz, found and cast a footprint measuring 17.5 inches long near Bluff Creek, California. And folks dubbed it as Bigfoot, and the name stuck ever since.
Huh.
Yeah. And yeah, and there was even this famous I guess you could call it like exhibition to find Bigfoot. Can you give me a moment? Wait, do you remember the whole Scooplum word meaning mountain devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there were a exhibition where a bunch of researchers back in 2000 went exploring Mount St. Helen, Washington, in a spot called Scullum Meadows to find evidence of Bigfoot. So what they did is that they placed apples to trap Bigfoot. But of course they didn't trap Bigfoot, but left a large humanoid impression in the mud. And the impression was abnormal. And if I remember, they left hair and everything. Now, I don't know whether or not they did a DNA test on the hair, but one thing I did remember was that they checked the impression, and it's not made by any animal, like an elk, or the size and shape did not match any known primate. And by the way, for those that think that, oh, Sasquatch is softcore, let me tell you, when I was watching Monster Quest, I remember there was this caller that Bigfoot killed his dog. And he was looking at him menaciously. When he was calling 911. So, talking about only UseMeOnlyBlade. He can be vicious.
Now I'm wondering that's the same one.
What, only UseMeOnlyBlade?
Well, I meant the same of the Bigfoot. Like, are they the same ones or they're differently?
They might be differently, by the way.
Actually, I'm wondering.
Actually, all we know, maybe Bigfoot is a giant cat, all we know.
No, yeah, good point. But yes, I'm wondering if they're intelligent.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know for sure, actually.
They could be as smart as us, or even smarter.
Good point.
Yeah.
One thing for sure, I would not like to be near Bigfoot.
Oh, yes. Especially if what Michael Rugg said is true about their smell.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh. But let me tell you, though, with Bigfoot. I remember there was this guy who, he had like a hairy face. Like his entire facial, like his face is covered with hair. And I remember, now I don't remember what show it was. It could be Monster Quest, but I kind of doubt. But I remember one thing for sure. They did a DNA test, whether or not this guy was, like part unknown primate or primate or whatever, or Bigfoot
or Pokemon
yeah, or mystical Pokemon,
yeah,
like Mew. But no, I'm getting off subject. And they find out that he's 100% human. So he just happened to have a face covered with fur. I remember there was a movie though with a guy with I wonder if that's the same guy, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, with with the hairy face.
Yeah.
I never fully saw the movie though, but I remember some part of it though. So I only think I saw like a good maybe 10 minutes of the film, but yeah.
I can't remember his name, But he had a full hair. He was in the circus.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. The circus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you remember that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he does. Yeah. And I remember he have a girlfriend, too, and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you do know. You remember where that was from? What show it was from?
No. I
wanna-
remember in television.
I wanted to say Monster Quest, but I doubt.
No, I don't. It was not Monster Quest.
Ah, man. I used to watch a lot of History Channel shows, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the UFOs one.
Yeah.
Like UFO Files, UFO Hunter, and Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, they were good.
Well,
Ancient Aliens. No, I met this.
At first, Ancient Alien was good until after the Leonardo da Vinci episode, it just went downhill.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
And I can't believe they lasted for like many seasons.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with a lot of their stuff. So
Yeah. Especially the whole humans was created by aliens, by the way.
No.
And I remember one of the episodes was Bigfoot, by the way. They talked about it. Talking about it was alien engineering with DNA and stuff. And then the whole lizard men.
Yeah.
The lunacy.
That is something, alright.
Yeah. You have anything else to share about Bigfoot?
I always do wonder, where does the name Bigfoot comes from?
Well, one of them. Actually, that's a good question because if I remember, it usually referred to the creature having Bigfoot, by the way.
Yeah.
Especially was the impression. And Bigfoot basically was also named for the fact of its significant size, strength, and, like I said, the large feet.
Yeah, especially when the shoulders are so broad, right?
Yeah. And Bigfoot, yeah, like, it is an interesting name because, like, I could see all different, like shouldn't have been called, like, the behemoth or tall man.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, like, some of the Asian paintings or, like, cave paintings, some say that the tall individual might have been Bigfoot.
Interesting, indeed.
Or the behemoth, like in the Bible, could have been also Bigfoot, by the way.
Huh.
Yeah. So, the giants, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always want to know his anatomy, like his true anatomy.
Yeah, right?
I want to laugh a little bit on the grim adventure of Billy and Mandy, or what it used to be called Grim and Evil.
Yeah.
Like when Billy Dad wore the suit,
Yeah.
he suddenly got thin, skinny legs. He
Yeah.
had fat legs. Did he just tuck all that fat in?
I had no idea.
Like,
Yeah,
seriously, like,
Yeah.
like what the? I mean, I could get that extra big belly. You know, it's just air or stuff in, and you know the arms is probably like extra muscle to it.
But yeah, the legs were
Like,
just...
how did it get thin?
Yeah, I know.
The Max logic, like, yeah, you know, it's cartoon logic. Once you wear Max, suddenly, your eyes turn different, and you can move the mouth, and you could control its face structure for some weird reason.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, there was a meme, right?
Yeah.
Of well evolution. How, if some are not familiar with this, usually sea mammals actually evolved from land mammals. So it's funny how like land mammal evolved from fish, basically.
Yeah.
So basically, like if you think about it, we land creatures evolved from sea creature, but the mammals that evolved to be sea mammals evolved back to being in the sea. So there was this meme where it was I think it was like Cyrus, my brother.
Yeah.
Where there was this land mammal, and two land mammals, and they were talking. One of them wanted to find shrimp, and told the other one that it was too dangerous to go search for shrimp in the sea. And the one that wanted to search for shrimp said, I'm just searching for shrimp. And then moments later, you see the whale and you see a deer. Well, the logic is that the mammal that went to hunt for shrimp, eventually his family tree evolved to the whale, while the creature that didn't want to go to the sea and decided to stick in the land evolved eventually to the deer. Because it's true. It really did happen. Like, whales used to be like small. Like, sis was surprised. And I'm like, yeah, small creatures. That mean. Yeah, she didn't get the mean. But, and I'm like, oh, I get the mean. Because, I study biology in, college. And it's that, yeah, whales were once land creatures. And, yeah, the whale eventually evolved to be that big. And yes, it took many hundreds of thousands of years, probably millions of years, to make that happen.
And that's be wild.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. Ah, man. That's funny, though, with the meme, because get it? Like, don't go. It's too dangerous. And I'm like, I'm just getting some shrimp. Well, and I remember seeing in the comment section, well, that guy's love for shrimp must have been too much.
Yes.
Seriously.
I can imagine the locals.
Right. Actually, I remember when Christian got out of jail. They usually refer, before he was starting streaming for that short moment. They call it the Bigfoot sighting. Yeah. Especially King Slighty, where he was like calling it the Bigfoot sighting. And it was true, because Christian was walking like Bigfoot, if you think about it.
I think of anybody who could mimic that Bigfoot walk in that footage, it'd be Christian.
Yeah, seriously. Really was walking like Bigfoot. Like, people taking pictures, photos, like Christian was a mystical Pokemon. I mean, mystical creature himself.
Oh, yes. Now, what a mess he is.
Yeah, I know. So, man, but Bigfoot, his legacy will still move on. Even if they disprove Bigfoot was fake. Well, I mean to say, even they prove Bigfoot was fake. His legacy will still move on.
It will definitely move on.
Yes. And, yeah, if you think about it, Bigfoot is immortal.
Yeah. Wow, like if
it's like you know how we say Santa Claus is fake? Well, we can't say Bigfoot is fake yet because there's no real proof yet.
I mean, there's so many mystical creatures out there.
Like unicorn?
Yes, but none that get so much fascinating than Bigfoot.
Right?
Yeah, especially the Bigfoot.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. But still, any final thought with Bigfoot?
Yeah, I wanted to say real quick is that it's super interesting that Bigfoot, like, for all these years, there's definitely official scientific research organization like Bigfoot Field Research Organization, which was founded in 1995, trying to study Bigfoot. And they try their hardest to find Bigfoot, and you just like assume, with all that dedication, and maybe they find a definite answer to Bigfoot, and all we kept seeing is tiny bits of evidence. And even when there is evidence, skeptics are just so ready to disprove the existence of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But you might never know. There must be a Bigfoot out there, especially with the famous footage.
Yeah.
it really is fascinating.
It definitely is.
I would love myself to capture Bigfoot, not to hunt it down. I meant to.
Or torture it.
No, I meant to, like, interact with it.
Yeah.
Understand Bigfoot.
Yeah. Man, my final thoughts. If Bigfoot was real, actually, I'll be happy.
No, I bet you'd be turning one.
I felt like I am Bigfoot. I'm so hairy. Somebody may confuse me from Bigfoot.
You know who else might?
Who?
Slideshow Bob. Just those big feet.
Actually, that's a good... talking about Mo with Sasquatch. Well, not Sasquatch. The Jetty. Yeah. Crazy. Because you're right. Sideshow Bob is technically Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Maybe he is Bigfoot. Especially, like, he was able to swap someone's face with that. Remember the episode?
Yeah, I remember that.
Which, there's no way. Like, even if he was able to cut out someone's face, it wouldn't matter. It's the bone structure and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a stupid logic there.
Yeah, you're right. But it's whatever.
Oh, man. And, I mean, well, whatever. But, yeah, like, when Krusty the Clown was going to jail, was that his feet were so small.
Yeah.
In the footage, when so Bob's foot was stepped on, well, the fake Krusty the Clown was stepped on, he cried. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That was the smoking gun for Bart Simpson, by the way.
Yeah. It's always the smoking gun.
And from there, Sideshow Bob wanted to get revenge from Bart Simpson for figuring out the crime.
Yeah.
Just because he was a big fan of Krusty the Clown.
Yes. Yes, indeed. But alright.
Crazy. Actually, it's funny how nobody kind of blamed Homer, by the way, for this.
Huh. You're right.
Yeah, seriously, by the way. Alright, continue.
But yeah, if you have any questions about the show or its characters, you can email at wearepresenting@yahoo.com. Also, you could look at Twitter, We're Presenting.
And with that, with the power of...
Your mind?
Well, yeah, well, I was saying Ms. TV, though. But still, we can all enjoy and wonder with Bigfoot. Just like how I wonder with Paradox Pokemons.
Oh, yes.
Ah, man. But still, I sleepy and tired. I'm going to be sleeping like a bear, hibernating for a long time.
Alright.
Alright, guys. Enjoy. Bye!